What did I just watch? Just now. Well, I know it's cap, and I'm about to fix it.
How many times do I have to deal with you fucking goons? Okay, I'll just debunk every point you make in this video.
The other world does have time. If it doesn't have time, why did King Kai stated that Goku would take it 2 days to reach Earth? Why 2 days, but not 0 time? Also, Goku even mentioned about the 6 months thing. Also, where in your scan does it shown that it doesn't have space? I really want to know about that.
So for your first point, saying that Otherworld has the concept of time because they refer to 2 days passing on Earth doesn't debunk shit, because they are referring to how many days will pass on Earth, not Otherworld. So this point is null and void. Now let's go to your next point. Space and time are intertwined. If you don't have the concept of time, you don't have the concept of space. If you don't have the concept of space, you don't have the concept of time. You can't have one without the other. So of course it would mean time doesn't have exist within other world. That means also space doesn't exist within other world.
Also, transcending dimension in different context is related to spiritual realm. And what's the other world? Is a spiritual realm a place where people come after they died? Nothing about dimensionality in this context.
What the hell are you talking about? The scan literally says transcend dimensionality.
It's 2023, and yet Dragon Ball fans still using the RPG game. And it's inconsistent. You can watch my video right on top on how inconsistent it is. Also, one thing about metaphysical and metaphysics are not the same thing, and you can read it right here.
Oh my god, these Dragon Ball Downplayer retard arguments. The RPG guidebook is valid. You goons love to try to bring up the specific game part of the guidebooks to try to discredit the entire book, even though the guides are literally made to understand Dragon Ball and its cosmology and its characters. It's literally stated that they get their information from the anime, the manga, the guidebooks, and Akira Toriyama sketches. Nothing says that they are non-canon or non-official. These guys are even credited by Toei Animation and Shueisha. There's nothing to debate about. They are official. Cope. So metaphysical doesn't have to do anything with metaphysics, huh? I didn't know that. That's new information to me. But some person called Oxford Languages disagree. Do you know who that is? Yeah. Next point.
Yet again, inconsistent. Stop using that crap.
Prove it's inconsistent. You just said it's inconsistent without giving any proof nor evidence. Prove it's inconsistent.
Fusion outerversal? Well, I can say that fusion would have 20 times multiplier.
These scans doesn't debunk anything, because what's outerversal times outerversal? Yeah, you don't know. The only scan here that you can even argue that kind of debunks the argumentation is the Kefla scan, but that doesn't mean that that's the highest their power increased. You would have to prove that that's the actual max of their increase in power from fusion. Next point.
Okay, but how come this power didn't increases his speed? It would make a lot more sense, cause what Vegeta said right there would be contradictory.
I seen you use that retarded argument on someone else. This literally doesn't debunk anything. That form is literally stated just to increase your strength, not your speed.
Featherine takes that because I said so. I don't know about that because Featherine is kinda omniscient.
Knowing something doesn't equate to knowing how to do it. Just because she knows about all of martial arts doesn't mean that she knows how to actually fight. You will have to prove that.
Yet again, she's take all of that. Oh, well, of course not. Featherine takes it, because you know her. Inconsistent.
Again, prove it's inconsistent.
Also, the scan that you just used right here just debunked you otherworld having no time, even though it does. And also Featherine takes it.
That literally telling him how much his training equates to. It doesn't mean that time actually exists in Otherworld. That means how much experience he has just by training with him. That doesn't instantly mean Otherworld has time. You would have to prove that actual thousands of years went by in Otherworld But you can't, because there's no blatant scans that says Otherworld has time, or blatantly says time flies in Otherworld. Only time goes by in the living world or other dimensions that's not a part of Otherworld. Another retarded point that Saitama tards and Dragon Ball Downplayers love to use. Overall, Gogeta shits on featherine as solo as a verse. He hasn't debunked anything.